Let me tell you something about this world, kid. It's big, real big. Bigger than your block, your job, your problems. Most folks spend their whole damn life looking at it through a screen, wishing they had the guts to go see it. But not this guy. This guy, P9, he goes. He don't wait for permission. He don't need a travel agent, a fancy budget, or some influencer deal. He packs a bag, grabs a camera, and says, let's see what's out there. From crowded street markets in Bangkok to the quiet corners of a beach where the sun dips low and the air smells like salt and fire, he's been there. He's lived it. He ain't showing you postcard. He's showing you life. The sweat, the laughter, the chaos, the moments that hit you right in the chest and remind you what the hell you're alive for. This ain't about filters or hashtags. This is about truth, about connection, about seeing the world through a lens that's real. You can feel it in every shot. The rhythm of the streets, the soul of the people, the energy that don't quit. You ain't just watching a video, you're taking a ride with him. P9 travel vlogs ain't just travel, it's escape, it's adventure. It's a passport to the world the way it really is, raw, beautiful, untamed. He brings you places you never knew existed. He introduces you to people you'll never forget. And he does it all with that same fire in his gut and that grin that says, yeah, I'm really doing this. So if you're sitting there dreaming about getting out, stop dreaming. Hit that subscribe button, join the ride. Because the world's waiting. And P9, he's already there. P9 travel vlogs. See the world, feel the streets, live the story.
Bugs, what the fuck you doing in there, you prick?
The Airport Bagmen. When Vegas money flew without passports, how the Mafia turned commercial airlines into couriers and outsmarted the U.S. Treasury. A Pizzaverse Studios organized crime documentary. Written by Bambi Palermo. Narrated by Vincent Vinny DiPrio. The gates were never secure. Everybody thinks airports became tight after 9/11. Nah, they were always fortresses, cameras, uniforms, folding tables full of bored security guards who couldn't find a bomb if it started singing Sinatra. But the Mafia? They didn't need guns. They didn't need fake passports. They didn't need disguises or aliases. They had cash. And they knew a truth the government refused to admit. If you want to hide money, put it somewhere nobody's looking, like inside the pockets of the guys who handle your luggage. For nearly 40 years, millions skimmed from Las Vegas casinos traveled across the country, tax-free, undetected, in suitcases, garment bags, hollow briefcases, coffee tins, insulated food containers, even freaking bowling bags. Not smuggled, escorted by men with employee badges, flight schedules, and union pensions. They weren't couriers, they were airport bagmen. Why Vegas needed an airline pipeline. Mob-run Vegas casinos skimmed cash the old-fashioned way. Take money off the top before it hit the books. Underreport revenue creative accounting. Mamma Mia, funnel profits quietly. So Uncle Sam stayed clueless. But skim money is useless unless it leaves Nevada, reaches mob cities safely, can be reinvested, doesn't get seized or taxed. Armored trucks, too risky. Wire transfers, too traceable. Mail bags, too federal. Planes were perfect. Who were the airport bagmen? Not wise guys, not coppos, not casino bosses. Regular Joes with access to secure airport zones, no criminal records, union protection, flight schedules, baggage room keys, familiarity with airline procedures. They were baggage handlers, ramp workers, cargo supervisors, maintenance staff, airline catering, employees, airport security before it had teeth. They weren't threatening, they were invisible. And invisibility is a superpower. Why security never caught them. Airport security in the 60s, 90s was focused on guns, explosives, Cuban hijackers, Soviet spies, dangerous objects. Nobody checked. Employee bags, luggage room, contents, catering trucks, maintenance equipment, airline ice chests, pilot duffel bags. Because everyone trusted the workers. The mob didn't infiltrate the system. The system handed them keys. The skim route map. Money flew out to Vegas like pigeons at a friggin' bakery. Primary destinations: Chicago, outfit headquarters, Kansas City, skim enforcement, Vegas oversight, Cleveland, union financing and loans. Detroit, cash redistribution and investments. Milwaukee, laundering through trucking companies. New York, political influence and real estate. No customs, no declarations, no paperwork. Because it was domestic travel, the IRS might as well have been on vacation. How the system actually worked, the process was stunningly simple. One casino counts cash, skim taken off before reporting. 2 bagmen receive sealed bundles, wrapped tight, labeled discreetly. 3, cash placed in untagged luggage, often belonging to no registered passenger. 4, airport worker loads it directly onto the plane, skipping screening entirely. 5, another bagman retrieves it at arrival airport behind restricted access doors. 6, money disappears into the city's mob economy, loans, nightclubs, construction, labor unions, vending, etc. Billions, yes, billions, traveled this way, not once a year, but weekly, sometimes daily. Why no passport was ever needed? Air travel between states doesn't require customs inspection, currency reporting, international paperwork, passport, verification. The legend of Jimmy Two Badges. Let me tell you something, all right? In every family, the real ones, the fake ones, the ones that meet at diners and pretend they're important, you always got that one guy. The guy who don't say much. But the look on his face says, "Listen, kid, I seen things. Things you ain't even supposed to know exist." Yeah, that's African-American large man Jimmy Two Badges. James Howard, the only man in the pizzaverse who clocks in at Area freaking 51 before lunch and a sit-down with the crew after dinner. This guy, he walks around in a pizzaverse polo like he's doing Casual Friday, but behind him, alien hangars, barbed wire, military secrets, the whole enchilada. And he ain't looking nervous. Nah, he's looking at you like you better have the right paperwork. Now, Jimmy, he got this talent, right? Some guys negotiate, some guys intimidate, some guys fold pizza boxes like origami ninjas. But Jimmy, he interrogates aliens. Yeah, I said it. Aliens. Lil green guys land in Nevada. First thing they hear is, "Aight, listen, I'ma need you to answer some questions." And they start sweating or ooze whatever slime passes for sweat where they're from. Because Jimmy Two Badges don't play. His whole vibe? Serious, calm, professional. Like he's taking a passport photo, but really he's about to frisk a UFO. You ever see a man look like he's disappointing the whole galaxy? That's him. One time, the aliens tried to abduct him. Didn't work. They brought him back in 10 minutes. Said he was asking too many questions. And now, we making him a product. The people demanded it. Because how you look at this man in front of Area 51 like he's waiting to discipline an extraterrestrial and not make fudge. That's a crime against comedy. So we present Jimmy Two Badges, Close Encounters, Fudge. So good, it's classified. Made with dark chocolate, cosmic caramel, and a little alien green swirl. If you get abducted, bring a box. It might save your life. So raise a glass or a fudge box to the only man who can sit down with the mob at 6 p.m. and the Martians at 8 p.m. James Howard, Jimmy Two Badges, Keeper of Secrets, Enforcer of Intergalactic Order, Wearer of Pizzaverse polos. And remember, in the Pizzaverse, even the aliens don't want to piss this guy off. A suitcase full of $500,000 traveled the same way as pajamas, souvenir mugs, your Aunt Linda's orthopedic shoes. Security wasn't built to stop corruption. It was built to stop Soviet terrorists. And the mob ain't Russian. They're American entrepreneurs, baby. How the FBI finally caught on. The Bureau wasn't stupid, just slow. Agents noticed. Mobsters flying constantly without gambling habits. Organized crime figures meeting with airport staff. Sudden wealth among certain baggage handlers. Surveillance footage showing untagged bags moving freely. The FBI launched wiretaps. Undercover airport workers. Casino audits. Airline employment background checks. Sting flights. One agent famously said, "The mob didn't smuggle money through airports. The airports delivered it to them." The fall of the Airport Bagmen. Technology ruined everything. Computerized baggage tracking. Employee screening. Background checks. Cameras in cargo holds. X-rays for workers. TSR. Bank reporting laws. RICO prosecutions. By the 2000s, the golden era ended. But the damage was already done. Billions vanished into American real estate, construction, trucking, politics, and entertainment. The mob didn't lose the money. America absorbed it. The educational takeaway. This wasn't just crime. It was logistics strategy, economic manipulation, transportation, infrastructure exploitation, behavioral psychology, political blind spots, regulatory failure. Organized crime ain't chaos. It's organization. The luggage always arrived. Nobody remembers the men who lifted suitcases into the belly of a plane. They weren't famous. They weren't feared. They weren't flashy. But they helped move more criminal money than every bank robber in American history combined. Not by taking risks, but by doing their jobs. If you want to hide a fortune, sweetheart, hide it in plain sight. This has been the Airport Bagmen, when Vegas money flew without passports. Written by the incomparable Bambi Palermo, delivered to you by your favorite loudmouth narrator, Vincent DiPrio, the only guy TSA still pats down just out of habit. If this blew your mind more than a Samsonite full of hundos, like the documentary, subscribe to the channel, drop a comment. It feeds the algorithm goons. Share it with someone who still thinks Vegas runs on tourism. Because in the Pizzaverse, the truth always boards early. Next episode. coming soon. The billion-dollar bulldozer, how the mob built American suburbs, and why nobody ever asked where the concrete came from. Thanks for watching.